Hi, and welcome to another video. Today, we are going to take a look at another book, and this one shows, it's called Above All, and it features California highest peaks, including Mount Whitney. So let's take a look. I like how these pages are just so thick. They have such a nice feel. I also changed the settings of the microphone a little bit so that it can pick up sounds from pages a little bit better. So if you like it, let me know. So this book primarily consists of obviously pictures and a little bit of text here and there, but primarily pictures. Now let's take a look at this beautiful picture. This is Mount Whitney and Mount Russell from the flank of Mount Carillon, 2007. So beautiful. The sky only has a couple of clouds, just a few. Very pretty blue. And the next picture features Mount Tyndall from the north. And that picture was taken in 2006. Again, a little bit of snow here and there, but mostly rock. I have hiked quite a few trails in California, specifically in Yosemite National Park and also Kings Canyon. When you're at lower elevation, you get a little bit more greenery. Once you get above 10,000 feet, and this is when you see the landscape changing, where basically the trees are pretty much gone, and the only thing you see is rock, just like on this picture. And here there's a little bit of reflection and maybe sunrise or sunset, something like that, because there's a little bit of pinkish hue in the sky. Can you see it? And this is a picture of Mount Whitney from a view north to Mount Whitney from the summit of Mount Langley. And again, this picture was taken in 2006. It's interesting that you can see so much in those elevations, but at times when I would hike, during the summer especially, the air quality gets pretty bad. So the only thing you could see is hazy, distant mountains or the shape of mountains. But this picture is very nice. And this looks like one of the mountainous lakes. They're so cold, trust me. Especially anywhere between, well, they warm up in the summer months, but the higher in elevation you're gonna go, obviously, the lakes are gonna be cooler for longer periods of time. But this is a view south of Trail Crest from summit of Mount Muir. That's how you pronounce it. Muir. Yeah, okay. This is view east across Iceberg Lake from Whitney, Russell. You notice that a lot of lakes in high elevation again don't have any vegetation around them. It's basically just a hole in the rock and water. But water is crystal clear. It is so clean and clear you really could see the bottom. And this is Mount Tyndall and Milestone Peak from Shepherd Pass. And this picture was taken in 2007. As you can see, there's a little bit of snow. Maybe it's winter or maybe it's early spring, we don't know. And there's quite a bit of a reflection in this peaceful crystal clear lake. If you ever seen any of the tutorials by Bob Ross of his painting, you know about his how he values reflections in his paintings. And that kind of made me think about that. And here we have Mount Williamson and Mount Russell from the west. Again, partially covered by snow. And this is Mount Russell and Mount Whitney from the west. So I guess this is Mount Russell right over here, because it kind of looks the same over here. The view shifted a little bit to the right. And here we have two black and white pictures. And this picture is of Mount Tyndall from the summit of Mount Williamson. And this picture is the south base of Mount Russell. And both of them are black and white. And this is again Mount Williamson and Mount Tyndall and the Williamson Bowl. I guess by the bowl they're referring to maybe this kind of cavity, or at least that's what I think. Again, a little bit of snow here and there, but nothing much. Oh, and this is Reflection Lake and the east base of Mount Whitney. I've never been there yet. Yeah, certainly this lake is so still and clear that it reflects everything above it. Again, a couple of black and white pictures, and this one is the northeast ridge of Mount Williamson. And if you look closely, there's a little human being just standing on this peak. Yeah, you wouldn't see me there, that's for sure. I am afraid of heights. Yeah, definitely not. On this picture you see, this is on the northeast ridge of Mount Williamson. And here we see a couple of people, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And all of them are climbing this mountain or hiking it up the mountain. And I don't know if they're doing some kind of through hiking or maybe just enjoying the winter. This is a very nice picture, and here we see Mount Whitney from the summit of Mount Muir. Here in the distance you see another alpine lake in the mountains, and there's one peeking through right over here. And it looks like there's one over here as well, although it looks like a patch of snow. And now this is on the east face of Mount Whitney, with Mount Russell to the north. And this is the summit of Mount Russell and Telania Lake from the east. Again, another black and white picture. On the right here, you see Wales Lake with Mount Hale and Mount Whitney to the south. And again, reflections, right? Oh wow, look at this. This is an amazing picture. This is Timberline Lake and the west face of Mount Russell and Mount Whitney. Here, at lower elevation, you can see a little bit of tree line. They're kind of sprinkled randomly among stones and rock. But if you go further up, trees disappear. And this is a clearing, a thunderstorm in the Owens Valley below Mount Williamson. And here, if you look closely, you can see rain still going. Lighter in some areas and heavier in others. This is the Whitney area from the Alabama hills. Very nice picture. Probably is later in the year because there's still snow all the way in the mountains. Quite a bit of snow actually. And And this is Wales Lake, Mount Barnard, and Mount Williamson from the south. And this is the lake. I don't know, what do you think of these black and white pictures? I kind of feel that I prefer the colored ones. Doesn't this look so much nicer? I guess it's all about the preference and character and the mood of the picture. This is Lone Pine Peak and the east face of Mount Whitney from the Alabama hills. There's a path or road. Looks like you actually can drive there because there are some tire tracks here. A little bit of text. And this is White Mountain Peak from the flank of Mount Barcroft. Look at the view over there. Again, the sky is just slightly pinkish, so that makes me think maybe it's the sunrise or sunset. A few trinkles sprinkled in the low portion of the mountain, and maybe this is the southern portion, and this might be the northern part, just because there's a little bit more snow and not as many trees as on this side. Wow, this is pretty. Sunrise in the Patriarch Grove. And a couple of dead trees. And this is the White Mountains from Buttermilk Country. And on this picture we see view south toward the Palisades from the Patriarch Grove. The sun is just rising or maybe setting on the horizon. And there's a lone standing tree right over here. And this looks like a desert type of picture. And this is a White Mountain Peak from the south. And almost a clear sky with just a few high clouds. There's a little bit maybe of this thunderstorm brewing on this side, but very lightly still. And this is a bristlecone pine, the Patriarch Grove. See, I think this picture is very nice in black and white. It highlights the age of this tree, and every little nook and line of this tree is more highlighted because of black and white. And this is view east to White Mountains from the Benton Range. The mountains are covered in snow all the way in the back, as you can see. And this is White Mountains from near the Owens Gorge. And now the Palisades. is Middle Palisade and the view southeast from the summit of Mount Sel. Very nice picture. Looks like also a sunrise or a sunset. And this is the north base of Split Mountain from the flanks of Mount Tinemaha. I don't know. These colors kind of remind me of Utah and national parks there. There's a little bit more brown and yellowish and more like maroon colors in that rock than here in California. And the sequoias, it's more like grayish kind of granite type of color. And this is the western escarpment on the Palisades from above the Thunderbolt Col. Picture made in 2007. Maybe there's some thunderstorms brewing here. Looks like right over here. On the left, here you see the crest of the Palisades from the east, and then Mather Pass and Split Mountains from the west, right on this page. And this is a cloudy picture of Middle Palisade and Palisade Lakes in evening clouds from the north. And some of the peaks are actually gone in the clouds. This is North Palisade and Mount Sel in evening clouds from the south. And there's looks like another alpine lake. Potlatch Bass and North Palisade from the south is on this picture, and then Isosceles Peak and the Palisades from the Juicy Basin. And this is view west from Lake 11388 in the Juicy Basin. I guess they couldn't come up with a name for the lake, so they named it 11388. Okay then. Sunrise over Palisades, and there's two humans viewing the sunrise, and Middle Palisade and Palisade Lakes from the west here. That's a nice colorful picture. Split Mountain from the west. And this is North Palisade and Barrett Lake in the Palisade Basin. This is a view south across the flank of Mount Palimonium from the summit of Mount Sel. And this is North Palisade Group and the Palisade Glacier from the summit of Mount Sel. I guess this is the glacier. Mount Sill in the North Palisades group from the flank of Mount Gailey. Lots of snow in this picture, lots of it, but beautiful blue sky. And this is Mount Sill in the North Palisades group from the summit of Mount Agassiz. View south of Split Mountain from the flank of Mount Prater. You see a couple of alpine lakes here and there. And a beautiful prairie type of picture of the Palisades and Owens Valley from the east. Now Shasta. This is a beautiful picture view east to Mount Shasta and Shastina summit, all covered in snow. And this is view east of Misery Hill from near the top of Casaval Ridge. Again covered in snow. This is view west from near the top of Casaval Ridge. There are no steps here. Do you see that? It's like completely isolated and peaceful. Oh, look at that. This is in the Hot Glacier ice falls. There's a human here trying to climb the mountain, or this glacier rather. And this is view east across the top of the Whitney Glacier. There's sun peeking through. View south to Mount Shasta from the flank of Herd Peak. And this is again view south to Mount Shasta from Steamboat Mountain. Landscape changes quite a bit, huh? Wow, take a look at this. Look at these flowers. Beautiful. This is view south to Mount Shasta across Shasta Valley. Wow, this is amazing. So many bluish, purplish colors. That's probably my favorite picture so far. Well, that sums it up. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. It's quite an old book. Most pictures are from 2004 to 2007, but California doesn't change much. Its beauty remains with us until we actually defended and protected. So luckily we have national forests and national parks to take care of them. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a